Absheni ma Africa, horses in Jivala. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm quite excited to announce that the Hawks are finally going after AfriForum. 4 dockets have been opened against them, and the Hawks will be investigating a case of high treason against AfriForum. Now, we know that treason is an act of betrayal of one's country, of which I think it is quite clear that AfriForum are betraying our country and also trying to mobilize international interference in local matters. I think that is also clear on camera that they are doing exactly that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for South Africans to show the same energy that they showed with Chidima, the same energy they showed in unity against issues that affect us as South Africans. It is very important for Africans to take to the streets. This march against AfriForum must involve black, white, Indian and colors, Chinese and others, showing the seriousness of how AfriForum can hurt our country. AfriForum is not a political party. Nobody voted for AfriForum on a ballot paper. They cannot speak on behalf of South Africa. They cannot go and engage international audience or international presidents on our behalf. We've got the ANC for that. Me and you might not be happy that the ANC is still in government, 31 years later, but 40% of South African population, or rather 40% of the voters turnout, have voted for the ANC. And now there's nothing that me and you can do. We accept it, but AfriForum cannot accept being led by the ANC. It is a bitter taste to them. The excuse they make for not going to America and staying there is that they cannot survive as a culture there in America. And I'm like, how? Your ancestors survived 300 years ago when they landed here. If they could start from scratch in 1652, you can also start from scratch in 2025 there in America. Good luck. But I want us as South Africans to show AfriForum that we are serious about getting rid of them. In fact, we want to donate for them to go. Our government has to take this issue to court, to silence America, to silence AfriForum, and show them that we are a law-abiding country and we've got a constitution. Anyone that is not happy against the ANC, against the government, against any law, has got the right to go to the courts and protest there in court with evidence, and the cases will be heard, especially in the Constitutional Court. Let's talk about AfriForum and us actually mobilizing for an African march against AfriForum in South Africa.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace and Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, we're talking AfriForum and their treason cases that have been opened against them. 4 dockets are sitting there in front of the Hawks, and the Hawks are going to investigate a case of high treason against AfriForum. Before we do that, guys, I think we are 2 months away from the gala dinner. I've been asking you guys, please purchase your ticket and make sure that you make your bookings in Kimberley. You can contact us via www.paseta.co.za to make sure that you get a booking space here. It is a busy weekend that weekend, a sporty weekend, a rugby weekend. So Kimberley will be having a lot of rugby clubs and a lot of fans coming into Kimberley. So accommodation might be a challenge for some of you if you don't listen to your boy King. So make sure you purchase your ticket, 1,000 rand, 2,000 rand, still some VIP tickets available, and make sure that you come to Kimberley in this fundraising that we are trying to do for Paseta. And now it is another issue where we are having the entertainment of your lifetime. We are having Trinity of Korah that is going to be performing here. And we also, Trinity of Kora is a local group from Berkeley West, exactly where we are building the school. And also we are having from Klerksdorp, we are having Afro Novel. Afro Novel will be coming all the way from Klerksdorp Northwest to come and perform here in Kimberley. And other announcements will be announced, as time goes. And you guys know we are hosted by the beautiful Ntsiki Mazwai. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for the support to the Pan-African School. Please make sure you purchase your ticket one more time. AfriForum. The Hawks are going to investigate this act of high treason against our country. The nice thing about AfriForum is that most of the clips are online. Whoever is making this investigation, it's easy to track or to trace down what AfriForum was saying 2 years ago about the farm matters, the articles that they have written as solidarity movement. There's so many information that can, for me, that qualifies an act of treason against our country, because part of the act of treason is doing what we call misinformation. Cooking information to make it as if it is bad, knowing that you are trying to push a certain narrative about our country. Now, that international interference also on our country, that has bad fruit, according to AfriForum, for the actions that they have done there in America, even though they raise their hands and say, no, it is not us who did this, it is the ANC who did this upon themselves because of their international stance and everything. And I just want to say off record, guys, we have seen how America is treating, what is that country now? Russia and, well, who is Russia now fighting? President Zelensky, let me rather say that, from Ukraine. President Zelensky from Ukraine. We have seen how they treated those people. And they are asking to help Ukraine. They are asking, in return, they are asking for mining rights for minerals in Ukraine. They're going to do the same to us, ladies and gentlemen. South Africa is one of the top 10 countries when it comes to minerals in our country. There's basically no mineral that we don't have. We are very close to having each and every mineral that you can think of. So they're going to do the same with us. They're going to say, we are going to stop funding you guys. If you guys want us to fund you, give us an opportunity to mine. Give us land and all of those things. It's a new form of colonization, ladies and gentlemen. New colonization that is happening in front of our eyes. And our government might agree to that, might disagree to that. But how can you even trust these people? Because Donald Trump is a businessman. Oh, Elon Musk are businessmen. They are thinking of return. They are not concerned about justice, fairness and everything. They are thinking of what is it that we get in return for helping you. So I'm so happy that they have cut their funding, and they are going to cut AGOA. AGOA is not cut yet. I so wish that it happened so that South Africa can see actually what size of pants it's wearing. Because we are fooling ourselves thinking that we are developing and whatever. Kanti, we have been assisted by international aid. For me, seeing how they treated Mexico, how America is treating Canada, how they're treating everyone else, I'm like, we don't need help from these bullies. These people are bullying the entire country, and that is crazy to watch over the internet, and for me, America is doing what is best for America, and South Africa has to do what is best for South Africa. I totally understand why America is doing whatever they are doing. They are spending all the money that they are spending, and they want a return on investment, and nobody can stop them. I want to play this video of the founder of AfriForum. The arrogance, ladies and gentlemen, the arrogance that AfriForum has. For a person saying, no, I will not have sleepless nights because of this case and everything. It's like, hi, abasabi, yes? Abasabi. South Africans I'm talking about black South Africans, don't want revenge. They want equality. And Afrikaners don't want equality. They want separation. They want independence from the South African government. They want to act as if they were not part of the democratic processes that happened ever since 1994. So I want us to listen to Mr. Kriel speaking on behalf of AfriForum, and just listen to the arrogance that these people have. Listen to this.
I was informed by the media that the Hawks are investigating complaints of high treason against AfriForum.
Yeah, of course.
I will not be having any sleepless nights over this, as these complaints are baseless.
Which is?
If the state, however, goes ahead with this, it will make us stronger. It would confirm the point that there are ANC leaders that are abusing their power to govern against certain sections of the population. It's also ludicrous because we have many ANC leaders implicated of corruption at the Zondo Commission, and the Hawks are not acting against them. Then secondly, if AfriForum has to be in court, it would of course also give us a platform to show the world and to show the country how the ANC leaders are acting against the interest of the country. They are disloyal. AfriForum, Solidarity and the Solidarity Movement are loyal because we are fighting for in the interest of the South African people.
Yeah, what a joke. Okay, yeah, of course he says he's not going to have any sleepless nights. The reason why he's saying that, because he's got the backing of America. Why is it that America is not speaking to the government of South Africa, but speaking to a small organization, small, tiny, little organization on behalf of South Africans? He says that the ANC leaders are, because they have asked for sanctions against ANC leaders in America, to say there are specific ANC leaders, he has named them, all of them, and he says these people must be dealt with because they are abusing power. Guys, the ANC is abusing power. Yes, or you can say the country is corrupt, but which country is not corrupt? Name one country that has no corruption. Just listen to what Abu Trump was saying when they took over government. Corruption here, there, everywhere there was corruption, according to them. The US has got corruption. The ANC, even if you say they are abusing power, they're not abusing power to punish the African people. They are doing nothing to the African people. It is the same ANC that has kept Africans in all modesty schools, all private schools, even though those schools don't have African speaking children in the majority as a home language. I continuously tell people, my son attends a school here in Kimberley. I'm the deputy president of the school government body there. And when you go to the schools, you see few African children. And you ask yourself, why is it that they are not teaching Setswana? Because Kimberley is more predominant in Setswana and maybe a little bit of Xhosa. Why is it as a second language they are not teaching our children those languages? Because Afrikaans reign supreme in South Africa. It is the most spoken language outside English. The Zulu children, they go to schools and they learn Afrikaans, which Zulu is the most spoken language from the black people. But Afrikaans is the language that we all learn at school. For what reason? Because you can't go and jump the borders and speak Afrikaans in Kenya. You can't speak Afrikaans in Nigeria. You can't go speak Afrikaans in Germany, in Europe. Where is it that you can speak this Afrikaans, and where is it going to help you? Because we see even AfriForum going overseas speaking English, of which English is another topic that we must have as African people. And the Hawks are going against us, but they are leaving the Zondo Commission. Don't try to change the topic. The Zondo Commission happened, and it happened. That's it. We know the point of Zondo Commission was going against Jacob Zuma, and they found him and they put him in jail, and that's what made them successful. I'm happy that they succeeded in the Zondo Commission. But we are not going to talk about the Zondo Commission. We are talking about you, the act of high treason that you have committed in our country. And he says the courts will give them a platform to express. Why didn't you go to the courts first? I mean, you're complaining about the Bella bill. You're complaining about the NHI. The DA complained the same way, and they went to court. The DA, who is supposedly in government also. The processes of both those bills have been exhausted. It went through public engagement. It went through the processes in court, everything up until, processes in parliament, up until the president was recommended to sign the bill into law. And the president did. So why is it that AfriForum acts as if they are a political party? They are not a political party. If AfriForum was to run a political campaign, they will get 1, if not 2 seats. They can't get more than that. Nobody is going to vote for AfriForum in numbers. And what a joke for him to say AfriForum is fighting for the interest of South African people. Which people? Which people? And it is on that point I want that South Africa must organize a match. I wonder what about Colin Malaji, the EFF and the MK are doing. Organize a match, guys. These people, they organized a match against the Bella Bill. They were there in Fort Tracker, marching. Where were we Africans people? How do we display our dissatisfaction of what AfriForum is doing? Again, we are quiet. Again, we are just doing YouTube videos, which benefits us nothing. We have to, as South Africans, because I'm speaking to even my white friends, they say, hey man, I don't have time for that AfriForum shit. Some of them, after I spoke to them, they are now posting on their social media against AfriForum. And I said, let's go to a point where we march. And in the march, there must be African people, English-speaking South Africans, Indian-speaking South Africans, black South Africans, colored South Africans. Everybody must be there in that march. And everybody must be interviewed. And everybody must say, we don't support what AfriForum is doing. We support that AfriForum must go into court, clear their name, fight for whatever they don't believe, like any other organization has got the right to do in South Africa. But we don't support them going and mobilizing against our country, against our government. Because the ANC and this GNU that we don't love is our government. It's our first line of defense. AfriForum cannot speak for South Africans. Which South Africans? Which South Africans are they speaking for? They are speaking for the racist Afrikaners. And they are in the lowest minority ever. There is no farm matters that is happening at a rapid speed where it is concerning. The farm matters, we know that when AfriForum was presenting the farm matters numbers, they were also counting even the farm workers that were staying there. Even if you count in percentage, the farm workers die more than the farm owners. If you count in percentage, it's crazy what is happening in South Africa. It's crazy. It's crazy. But my question is always, I'm a person of what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Yes, I know what we're going to say, but what are we going to do? Because we talk the most to South Africans. And that's why sometimes umuntu angafila ukuthi iveze ngathi ngayeke YouTube because sikhuluma kakhulu on YouTube. Sikhuluma kakhulu. I know media, newsstream media must be there to try and reshape the narrative of our country, but it cannot be all talk. It cannot be all talk. Hi, Bafeti, no, man, Bafeti, no. AfriForum is saying we are speaking for the interest of South Africans. You who has made us lose AGOA, which is a good thing. You has made us lose PEPFAR. Oh, what is it that you are trying to do and achieve as AfriForum? Hey, Zakala Bafeti. And I can't be, baking in the stress of AfriForum. I'm happy now that my heart is at ease a little bit that the Hawks are finally taking this matter. 4 dockets, I know think there was another organization that sent me an email. They said, listen, King, we are opening a docket. I think it's in the Eastern Cape. In the Western Cape, we had the MK political party opening a case against them. I'm not sure who are the other two, but I'm so happy that there are people that have taken this issue. Because like I said, if they can just go through the videos, just the videos of AfriForum, because it's there before they delete them, it's easy to hear them say genocide is happening in South Africa. Just those words, genocide in the farmers, in the farms is happening. Just those words are not true. And if you represent your case like that to the international market and they listen to you, you are doing what we call misinformation about our country. There's no genocide that is happening against Africans people in South Africa. And we have said it many times that farms are one of the safe places when we do calculation of the population and how many murders are taking place there in the farms. They are one of the safest places in South Africa. So they don't want to get that debate. They don't want to hear that debate. They don't want your children to be in the same classrooms as their children because they see that as a threat to Africans people. But when they did it to us, they did not see it as a threat to our indigenous cultures. They did not see it. So African people simply, they want to bring out history when it suits them. For example, they will say, no, my ancestors were here 200 years ago, 300 years ago, I cannot go. But when you say take responsibility of what your ancestors has done in terms of, enslaving our people in their land and also taking their land and also taking their culture and also stealing their tradition and also taking away their knowledge and everything, they don't want responsibility on that. So they want history to they want a part of history that favors their narrative of staying here. But it's like someone, it's like being in an abusive relationship with someone, and that same abusive person wants to tell you, but I bring food on the table, but I'm beating you up also, I'm raping you also, I'm doing all of these things, but at least I'm bringing food on the table. That argument is crazy. So you tell me, ladies and gentlemen, do you think we should engage? And that is where I wish Spaceta was just a bigger organization. Engage other political parties and push to say, listen, maybe make more videos and title them, Julius, Colin Malaji, Fikile, Floyd Shivambo, stand up, organize a march for South Africans. And that's the difficult thing about black people. If EFF organize, then the MK don't want to come. If the MK organize, then the EFF don't want to come. But by the time when they were saying Zuma must fall against a black person, all the black organizations were there. Jesus. Bafethu, Zakala. Please buy your tickets for the gala dinner. Bafethu, www.paseta.co.za. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace, Pan Africanism. I salute you.